Well, the Rebels return home with a huge win tonight at the Sam Boyd Stadium. Chris Maathuis joins us live with what ended up being a pretty eye-popping night. Chris?
That's right. You say eye-popping. It certainly was. Now, UNLV comes into this game 0-3 on the season, having lost on the road to Northern Illinois and Michigan. And then they lost here at home to UCLA. So they were 0-3 going into this thing and playing a smaller school. Idaho State was in town. But we all know, if you look at the history of UNLV, they've had some trouble with these FCS schools. Last year, Northern Colorado, was a one-point game. Remember back a few years, UNLV lost to Southern Utah, Northern Arizona, teams they probably should have beaten. Well, it was one of those nights here. It certainly was a night to remember. Let's check it out. Of course, 16,000 fans, where UNLV was favored by 3 points going into this game. Second longest losing streak in the nation. They're trying to snap that deal tonight. Also looking to avoid an 0-4 start. Hey, never fear, Sanchez is here. The 16,000 fans here will never forget this night. It was a record-breaking night. UNLV racked up 626 yards total offense, 517 of those on the ground. They broke a school record, scoring, get this, 35 points in the first quarter. Hey, and the fun was only getting started. Everything was clicking by halftime. UNLV was up 52-8. It was unbelievable. That too is a school record. They only allowed Idaho State 1 touchdown and a 2-point conversion. UNLV was picking off passes, scoring touchdowns. Boy, it really was a terrific night. 6 first-half drives for the Rebels started in Idaho State territory. By the third quarter, UNLV broke this thing wide open, as if it hadn't been already. They broke the all-time points record when they scored 73 points. That's also the most points that have been ever scored in the Mountain West by any school, so that's another record. 2 running backs for the Rebs rushed for over 100 yards. Xavier Campbell, 139. Lexington Thomas with 106. Both those guys are just freshmen. Tim Huff of Desert Pines High School right here, a local kid, another freshman, he had 2 picks. Hey, when the dust settled, when it finally settled, UNLV routs Idaho State 80-8. Fans were going home early because they were bored. UNLV was just racking up points. But of course, the Rebels put all this in perspective with Reno coming up on Saturday.
The biggest thing is we won the game. I don't care if we win by 1. I don't care if we win by 50. You know, for as long as I'm here, and I hope to God that's a long, long time, we want to win by 1 point every single game, and I don't care who we're playing.
Me and Will were talking. We were at Scottsdale together. We put up 76 one time, and that was like, just you got to be clicking on all our cylinders to have that happen. And so tonight, to gain that momentum, to have our defense play as well they did, to run the ball as well as we did, I think we ran, I don't even know for how many yards. It seemed like over 400 or 500 probably.
It wasn't too easy. We have a big rival game, but it wasn't too easy. It was just a good game. It was one of the nights when everything was going right.
I think it's really special. Me and one of my best friends on the team, Devontae Boyd, both from here. So every chance we get, we just do our best on the field. And tonight, it just happened to show up big time.
Oh, they did show up big time. 80 points. When was the last time you went to a football game, especially a college football game, and looked up at the scoreboard and saw 80 points up there? It was an unbelievable evening for the Rebels as they pick up their first win. Tony Sanchez, a memorable first win for him. But now it only gets tougher because now it's the battle for the Fremont Cannon, as UNLV, a week from tonight, will be up in Reno. But, of course, they can carry this momentum from tonight's record-breaking night here at Sam Boyd. You know what? The lights are off. Everybody is out celebrating along the strip. The 16,000 fans will never forget this one. Reporting live from Sam Boyd Stadium, Chris Maathuis, 8 Sports Now.
Go Rebs. Thanks, Chris.